Okay, part 4, if I'm keeping things count right. Uh, so he's got to go into the fourth ultimate subconscious, and he takes his architect, Ellen Page, his character, down with him for some reason. Well, for a very good reason, but so he goes there. He finally, that's where he kind of like confronts Ma and reveals that he was the one who came up with Inception, planted in her mind, and that's why she committed suicide. And Ellen Page's character winds up shooting her eventually, but and they find Fisher, and they kind of wake him up from that level so that he can go into the next level of dreaming and open up the safe where he finally he gets the full Inception ideal planted into him that yes, the actual ideal is symbolized by a will left by his father that if they write that he has the right to break up the company. Not that the will exists in real life, but that's symbolizing the ideal for him in the dream. So that when he wakes up, he kind of starts thinking about the dream and goes, "Yeah, my father really wants me is to not be him and to go my own way." Believe me, it works a lot better in the movie than how I just described it. Anyway, back in there, he's got to find Wasabi, which he actually winds up. This is the only thing that confuses me, and I'm sure people are going to be talking about this. He then winds up being in the first scene of the movie again, where he's talking to Wasabi as an old man. I should have mentioned this earlier. The movie starts, and he's talking to Wasabi as an old, not Wasabi, Sato. Why do I keep on saying? Because his name's not even Wasabi, it's Watambi. I don't even think that's correct pronunciation, but whatever. He goes find Sato, and Sato's in the first old and kind of going, I'm here all alone. You remind me of a guy I once knew. Later on, he kind of wakes up. I think this is the scene that's kind of laying whether everything we've seen is in a dream, even the stuff that's supposedly in the real world. It's a question that's left at the end of the film, but he does that, and because he went through this before, he's able to kind of remind Wasabi, because apparently because he died a few minutes earlier, for him it's been like decades in there. So he tells Wasabi to, we're in a dream world, basically, much more subtly. There's a specific kind of riddle he kind of tells that makes him remember and realize, oh yes, this is a dream world, this is not real. And then they kind of wake up, not like everyone else did. He just kind of wakes up on the plane, and I guess that's kind of the ideal. Everyone else is kind of seen to wake up, still attached to the machine, having it ripped off, and I don't know. Maybe they'll be explained. Maybe it's not, because this is again one of those films that the director wants you to go, okay, well, is this real or is this not? That's the basic film type that we're falling under here. Very much in the vein of Total Recall, only a lot clearer. Total Recall, you can really ignore and just write off a lot of the stuff that's supposed to be asking questions. You can also choose not to, but so him and Sato both kind of wake up. Sato makes the phone call that lets him go see his family, which was the other kind of subplot. Is he throughout the film he continually sees his children, but he can't see their faces because the last time he saw the kids, they didn't turn around to see him. So, and this is where the film lives, and this is the big questioner on the film. They have these things called totems, which when they wake up, because it's unique to them, no one else touches them. They keep it on their persons at all time. When they see it, they know it's real world because no one can really recreate that particular item. Ellen Page's character takes a metal chess piece and drills a hole in the bottom of it so its weight's different than a regular chess piece. DiCaprio's character Cobb has this like little turning toy, that one of those, I forget what the name is. Dreidel. Well, it's not a dreidel, but it's a dreidel-like thing, and it spins, and in a dream, it'll just continue to spin non-stop. In the real world, if he spins it, It'll spin for a little bit and fall on its side. As it zooms off, he gets back to his house. He does the spin thing, and then he sees the kids and goes off and starts hugging the kids. And as it kind of pans back to that dreidel, and it's still spinning, but then it starts to shake, and it cuts right before that moment where they see if it's just going to continue to wobble or if it's going to actually fall down. It's not like it just continues being nonstop, which to the audience will be much more clear that, oh, he's still in a dream. No, it's starting to really wobble now. So you're really left going, well, did it fall like 2 seconds after it cut to black, or is it still spinning? He's in a dream. Me personally, I think no. I think he's in the real world now. He woke up. That's how I'm writing it off. That's my opinion on it. Especially with the way I saw it wobbling, it was obviously going to fall. That's how I saw it, though. Other people might want to go, oh no, it's all a dream. But I don't know. I think they needed some more hints if they wanted me to think that. But that's how I normally fall into these things. Total Recall is like, nah, not a dream. Decker being a cyborg, no. Although, yeah, mainly because I read the original book and it was very clear in that one that he was not a android or whatever they called him, Blade Runner. So I definitely recommend seeing this movie. I'm now extra excited for Batman 3. As if you watch my speculation, watch that. I think there's definitely gonna be a lot more action in that next one because Nolan, he has learned. He's come over that directors feel. A lot of these more artistic directors are really good thriller and thinking directors that they think that if they put action in their film, it'll ruin the film, it'll dumb it down. Nolan has finally come out and realized, no. I mean, hell, Shakespeare had a lot of action. It wasn't written because he let his actors do the fight choreography back then. So there wasn't any need to actually write out the action because it would depend on your actor that you had for that particular play on that particular day. But even Shakespeare, the ultimate English literary figure and playwright, put a ton of action in his plays. Nolan's finally realized this, and he will put action and it doesn't dumb it down. So I'm excited. I think Nolan's going to go on to do a hell of a lot better stuff even after Batman. I'm definitely going to see any film that he makes from now on. I will probably see The Sorcerer's Apprentice sometime next couple of days, and you'll be hearing a review on that. I know some reviews are already out. I'll try to avoid them in order not to. I'll probably actually read a few just to see if I think their points are valid. But if you've been listening this whole time, now that you've heard it, go out and go see this movie because it's awesome. Bye.